Hey everybody, welcome back to Don Mammelser Photo. Today's video is going to be how to use your all-in-one lens as a macro lens. Now a lot of these all-in-one lenses have a sort of a macro feature, but they don't focus down to life-size 1-to-1 ratio. And I'm going to show you with just one accessory how you can turn these all-in-one lenses into a perfect macro lens that focuses down to life size. Okay, so I have here in front of me Sony's A9 camera body, and attached to it I have the Tamron 28-200. All right, that's an all-in-one lens, and the way I'm going to use that to focus close to objects is I'm going to zoom in all the way at 300, and then I'm going to manually focus that lens to the closest focusing distance, which happens to be about 0.8 of a meter. All right, and the image size that I'm getting is about 1/5 of life size. It's not true life size. I took a penny and I took a picture of that penny on this card. All right, and the image size that I got was about that big. So you can see it's not as big as a penny in real life. But then I'm going to add my accessory, and my accessory is Canon's 500D close-up lens. Comes in a nice case like this. It's also called a diopter or a close-up filter. And this works just the same as a filter. It attaches to the front of your lens, just like you attach your polarizing filter. But this allows larger magnifications for your close-up work. So I bought a 77mm 500D, and I have a lens that needs 67mm filters. So you can always go from a larger filter to a smaller filter if you use a step down, or what some people call a step up ring. It's just a piece of metal that takes the 77mm threads, and you screw that onto there, and then you've got 67mm threads down below. So you're stepping down and you screw that on the front of your lens just like you screw on a filter. And you use the same technique. You focus close as you can, you zoom all the way to 300, and now your focus distance remains the same, 0.8 of a meter or 0.8 of a meter away. But now when we take a picture of my penny on my card, what we get is an image size that is life size. So you can see that my penny is the size of a penny. That's true life size. And that's an awesome feature to have when you're doing close-ups, to be able to focus something life-size like that. Okay, let's look at some specific examples. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but a diopter, the 500D made by Canon, can be used on any lens. Just because Canon makes this product doesn't mean that you can't use it on a Nikon lens or a Sony lens, or as I'm using it on a Tamron lens. It's made by Canon. It's no longer available. They don't make any new ones, but you can easily find these on eBay or perhaps on Craigslist in your area, and I would definitely buy one if you get the chance to. They do not degrade the image at all. You get the same quality. It doesn't use up any light, so you don't have any loss of light. And we can look at some specific examples. So here's a bumblebee up on a flower, and here's a picture of the flower itself. We can look at a small jumping spider. This was a tiny little jumping spider, but you can see the potential that I have for getting close with this diopter. And I can make that jumping spider big in the frame, even though he's a tiny little spider. All right. Larger insects, such as grasshoppers, are a little bit easier. Or the interior of flowers is very nice to get close-ups of with the diopter. I got lots of pictures this past summer using this exact combination of bumblebees on various flowers. Here's one that's waving goodbye or waving hello. Here's a whole group of bumblebees together. Here's a couple of more insects, very close up. These are small little beetles, and they're on a goldenrod flower, so they're very small, but I'm able to get close up with this combination of the 500D plus my Tamron lens. And butterflies, this is a very small little blue butterfly, and you can see the type of detail that I can get using this. And again, there is no loss of quality and no loss of light when you use this combination. As I mentioned, you zoom all the way to 300. On this particular lens, I zoom all the way to 200, which is the longest zoom range on this lens. And then I'm manually focusing, looking through the camera, manually focusing using the focus assist on my Sony camera at the closest range, which is about 0.8 of a meter. And then I physically move myself back and forth just a tiny bit, just bending at the waist, moving an inch here and an inch there until I see my subject come into focus, and that's when I fire away and get my shots. So you can see you don't have to carry a full macro lens in order to do true life-size macro photography. You can carry your diopter or your close-up lens, attach it to the front of your all-in-one lens, and you can get those life-size images. I hope you enjoy this technique. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please subscribe, hit that like button, and as always, I appreciate you watching my videos, and we'll see you soon.